Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival, Reforged Eden, with Lone Debater 7, and today we're going to be looking for Zascosium alloy. Pretty sure this is the type of planet that's going to have it. It looks kind of like a lava world. Normally those tend to have Zascosium. I know that it's a K-class star system, which are supposed to be super hot or something like that. I forget what their technical term is for it. But the planets and moons around those types of stars tend to be where you'll find Zascosium. So last time after I ended, I went and mined out the rest of those, whatchamacallit, the Erestrum deposits on that planet. So we've got like 600 or something like that of Erestrum. So there is a Zascosium deposit right down by that Xerax colony, but I don't want to mine that one because I have a feeling we're going to get shot, so we're going to go over to this one. It looks like it might be slightly safer, maybe? It is still Xerax area, but whatever. So, geez, they've got 4 cannon drones there? That is a crazy amount of defense. Now, there are more, so like, we might actually go over here.
There's water like just sitting there right now. Just think that that's why.
So let's see if we can find one that's not completely covered by the Xerax, because that would be helpful. But we'll see. Maybe one of these two unknowns are Zascosium. It does kind of make sense that all of them will be in Xerax territory, just in general, because it's a rare material or what have you. So typically, the Xerax defend it pretty well. Now, it would be nice to get an auto miner of some sort set up on one of these, but these are only small, so like, I want to put it on a large deposit if I can find one. And I don't have the core anyway, or the like 50 grand to buy one, so this one only has 1 cannon drone. I think we can handle that, so we're going to go for this one. It is nice since this appears to not have a whole lot of random enemies that my turrets are shooting at, so they should focus fire on these drones pretty well. So there is a second large cannon drone, but even so, I think it'll be fine. He's kind of just chilling over here. We'll fly in close enough for the turrets to take him out. But since we've got shields, I don't think this guy will even scratch us, really. But it does appear that they've added a bunch more factions with the update they did, so that's kind of fun, I guess. I don't know what they all do, but it appears that they're probably not friendly factions because they get pissed when I shoot the enemy drones, so that's fine. Just park here, and mainly because I have a feeling the environment here is going to be kind of sketchy, more or less. We're just going to stand. Yeah, whoa, wow. That is a lot of radiation. Jeez, okay. Yeah. We are going to go back inside of our ship and try to just, like, fly the drone from here. Alright, we made it around without knocking us out. Good. There is the status effect going away, so let's get down here and get some Zascosium. But yeah, this is the type of planet you want to find. It's a lava one. It's kind of cool. You mine through the lava to get to the ore. Still only gives you crushed stone, so you don't get anything fancy from mining in these areas, but they do have better resources, so I guess it's worth it. Now, I'm curious to see if they actually have this ore textured or not. So the Erestrum, and I did mine a little bit of cobalt so I could upgrade to an advanced constructor on the capital vessel. Both of those ores, so cobalt and Erestrum, are not textured anymore for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why that would be, but it most likely has to do with the mod pack. And the texture for those ores must be conflicting with something else. Like the actual items and the ore itself, like once you gather it, has a texture, but like this gray stuff right here, it should be like a red color because it's Zascosium, right? So see, we mined Zascosium from this. I mean, I guess with this one, the rock actually does look different than this, so it's pretty easy to tell, but I am curious as to why the like world gen doesn't have textures for ores anymore, but it doesn't, so whatever. Just bear that in mind if you see these like gray looking blobs underground. They're the ore deposit, so you also can tell if you're getting ore from mining it, you know. But anyway, so we did find some Zascosium. That is good. Once we gather up some of this, we'll be able to start building some CPU extenders once we get our hands on some gold. But the large bridges and matrices and that kind of stuff all take Zascosium alloy, so you do need some Zascosium Erestrium in order to, you know, build those advanced and improved CPU extenders, because they take large bridges. So it's good. We got the two more difficult resources out of the way. I think there is still a gold deposit somewhere on the starter planet or whatever, so we might just go mine that out to give us a little bit of gold to use to build bridges for CPU extenders. Or I might just buy from the Polaris, because I know that there's a few different types of traders that'll sell it. You just have to find one, but there's a lot of Polaris stations around, and I've gone to several of them, so I'm sure between all of those and the systems that are nearby to our starter planet, there should be someone that'll sell us gold so we can build the bridges. You can buy those just straight off of the merchants as well, but they're a lot more expensive. It's like 40 to 60k credits to do that, and I don't have that kind of money in the game at this point. Like, I should be building like shotguns and weapons and that kind of stuff to sell, because they sell for a few thousand each, so you build 10 of them, you sell all 10, you'll have enough to buy a bridge type of deal. But normally I like to build the bridges myself if I have the advanced constructor, because you can actually use those to generate a fair amount of credits, because you can sell them for 50k a piece. So like when you're trying to get auto miner cores and stuff like that, selling the bridges is a good way to generate the credits you're going to need, because those depends on which guy you interact with and trade with. Sometimes you can get them for around 60k, sometimes they're more like 100k, so it does just depend a little bit. But to actually build the auto miners, even just the basic tier, I'm pretty sure you need Zascosium or Erestrium. So as far as like timeline type stuff works, you're going to want to find Zascosium or Erestrium first, then maybe get the gold and bridges and stuff so you can set up a couple auto miners to get the Zascosium, Erestrium, and other resources automatically for you. Now in your configuration file, before you generate the save or whatever, the world, whatever you want to call it, there is a setting that will determine whether or not the auto miners will deplete the resources when placed. I'm almost certain that that is turned off for this one, for this playthrough anyway, just because I feel like if you're gonna spend that much credits and stuff, you don't want to have to move the auto miner once you place it down. It only generates like 100 of the resource an hour anyway, so it's not, I feel like it's not that big of an exploit, honestly, especially when, you know, we're gonna be lucky to get, well, I guess we got 124, but we might end up with 200 ore out of this small deposit, which is not a lot in the grand scheme, because you need thousands of this kind of ore of all the different types. And since I didn't go into the configuration settings and change the richness of deposits, I don't get that much when I mine them out, or not as much as I'm used to, I guess I should say. Like, I'm only getting +1, +2 ore drops. Normally you're getting like +8, +20 drops when you have a laser drill. So yeah, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, but I think having auto miners not deplete would be a good way to balance this, because then you just have to mine enough at the poor rate that we're getting right now to set those up, and then you're kind of good. It won't matter anymore on how rich the deposit is. But anyway, we almost have this one mined out. We're probably going to wrap it up here for today, however, because we did find the deposit we were looking for and kind of talked about progression steps. So in between sessions, I'm probably going to try to mine out a few more of these Zascosium deposits around just to build up a little stockpile. Then I'm going to most likely try to get a couple auto miners built. So in the next episode, we'll probably talk about building auto miners, that kind of stuff. But if you enjoyed the video today, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. And until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will